Last week, US President Donald Trump notified the Congress of revoking India and Turkey's trade concessions under the GSP. The GSP has been in place since the 1970s and has offered low tariffs on select goods to developing countries. But for Trump, trade barriers in India and economic advancement in Turkey no longer justify the benefits. Going forward, we'll be watching to see how this fits into the broader debate taking place within the WTO, involving developing countries against the US and Europe over reforms. Next, let's talk about France and Africa. On March 11th, French President Emmanuel Macron will travel to the Horn of Africa beginning with Djibouti. The tiny country is host at France's biggest overseas base, and Macron will aim to boost Paris's fading influence in his former colony. Afterwards, he'll visit neighboring Ethiopia and make a stop in Kenya, becoming the first French president to visit that country. We'll be watching these visits to see how Paris attempts to widen its influence in its former colonial backyard. Finally, let's talk about China. Last week, Chinese legislators met to discuss a cooling economy against the backdrop of the US-China trade war. The legislators lowered their growth targets, emphasized stability over reforms, and offered a tax break for individuals and private businesses. As the session concludes on March 15th, we'll be watching for details on a foreign investment law designed to appease US trade concerns as they relate to the world's second largest economy.